Hello, welcome to Just Learn Civil. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment, and please press the bell icon for notification. This is the sixth tutorial in procurement category, and procurement methods. We will learn about what are the categories of procurement and what are the methods of each category. Let's start with abbreviation. EOI is equals to expression of interest or intent, LOI is equals to letter of intent, TOR is equals to terms of reference, request for proposal RFP, NCB means national competitive bidding, ICB international competitive bidding, PPR means public procurement regulation 2064, PPA means public procurement act 2063. These were the issued years. Now you can download the rules, regulations, acts, amendments, everything from ppmo.gov.np. You can see here the list of acts and regulations. Now the first category is procurement of work. Procurement of work means construction of building, roads, bridges. This generally civil works is included in the procurement of works. If you want to carry out any kinds of these constructions, the category falls under the procurement of work. Second is procurement of good. If you have to purchase goods like purchase of hume pipe, steel parts of the bridges, etc., then the category is procurement of goods. Then procurement of consultancy services. To prepare DPR or IE report, EIA report, we need to hire consultant, and that comes under the category of procurement of consultancy services. Now finally, the fourth one is procurement of other services. This include seminars, training, etc. For other services, it is specified in rule number 87A of PPR, Public Procurement Regulation 2064, rule number 87A. Up to 5 lakhs you can go for negotiation and carry out procurement of other services. For these three we will see in the subsequent slides. Before going to the procurement category and method, we need to learn about this standing list. We will see detail about some other tutorial. Let's see the overview of this standing list. It is mentioned in PPR 6A, rule number 6A. Standing list means there is public entity. Public entity needs to carry out some work, generally direct purchase work or hiring consultant. For this, it will issue notice in the beginning of the fiscal year to accept standing list of the contractor, consultant, suppliers, etc. So when the notice is issued, contractor, consultant, suppliers, they will submit their required document to the office, and then the office will review their document and accept them as in the standing list if their documents are as per the requirement, and issue a certificate for 1 fiscal year. The office will issue a certificate that they have been included in the standing year for the fiscal year, current fiscal year, and no fee is charged for it, and it is applicable for only 1 fiscal year. After the consultant submit the required document, they get registered in the public, they get enlisted in the public entity. Now whenever the office required to procure something, generally in the direct purchase, then they will review their list of the standing list. Suppose this is the standing list of contractors, this can be the standing list of suppliers. Now whenever they need to purchase goods 1 2 3 4, there will be list. Then whenever they need to purchase goods through direct purchase, or they need to hire consultant, or they need to carry out works in the direct purchase as specified in the PPR where standing list can be used, they will send letter and other documents to at least 3 from the standing list and carry out the procurement work. But if you have not been enlisted in the standing list, you will not be asked to carry out those works. So it is required for the consultant, suppliers, contractor to get enlisted in the standing list each fiscal year, and no fee is charged for it. You can see it In 6A of the Public Procurement Regulation, standing list to be prepared. Each public entity shall, for the procurement to be made under, now these are the sections mentioned where the standing list is required. Prepare separate list of supplier, construction, entrepreneurs, consultant, etc. So there are some procurement work which is to be carried out through the standing list. Now let's see the procurement method of the procurement of work category. There were 4 categories: work, goods, consulting services and other services. We will start with work. The first one is direct purchase. In the direct purchase, letter written to the standing list. Just we discussed about the standing list. So whoever are in the standing list, at least to 3 of them the letter is sent. Letters and other documents in the standing list. Now they will, among them whoever bids the lowest gets to work in that area or for that office. The amount limit for the direct purchase is up to 10 lakhs. Previously it was only 5 lakhs, but now it has been increased to 10 lakhs in the 11th amendment. Rule number, you can see the rule number 85 for the direct purchase process and others. We will discuss it about in some other videos. The procedure for each method. Second is seal quotation. For seal quotation, you need to issue 15 days notice in the national daily newspaper, and the amount limit is from 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs. That is, up to 20 lakhs means more than 10 lakhs and less than 20 lakhs. It is reference is in the PPR 2064 rule number 84. Then national competitive bidding. Single stage bidding is in the national competitive bidding, and there is also one envelope and two envelope. Above 20 lakhs up to 5 arab, you need to go for the tender, that is national competitive bidding, and up to 2 crore only one envelope, more than 2 crore you need to go for two envelope. It is mentioned in the PPR 2064 12th amendment rule number 31 and 31E. Similarly, international competitive bidding, you need to issue notice 45 days in the daily national newspaper. For national competitive bidding, 30 days in the daily national newspaper, and more than 5 arab, then you need to go for the international competitive bidding. It is also mentioned in the 12th amendment rule number 31 and 31E. Then force account. Office can do work by itself, like it will purchase cement, aggregate, sand, and then it will under the force account hire laborers to do the work. That is, it can do such works up to 1 lakhs only. It is mentioned in PPR 2064 rule number 98.3. Then public entity can carry out the works under the users committee. No notice is issued in force account in the users committee. It can do work up to 1 crore. It is mentioned in 11th amendment PPR 2064 rule number 97. Previously, users committee and beneficiary, these both were included in one clause and there was no difference between them. But now they have been separated in the 11th amendment 97A. Up to 5 crore you can do the work in the beneficiary group. Rules for the beneficiary group is yet under development. Now, procurement of goods. There is direct purchase. Procurement of goods and procurement of works are very much similar, only that work has many methods, goods has less number of methods. Direct purchase is up to 10 lakhs. Reference is same as the work. Seal quotation also similar process, up to 20 lakhs. Then catalog shopping, this is new, which is not included in the work but in the goods. 7 to 15 days notice for heavy equipment vehicle like tractor, car, jeep, bike, etc. Ambulance is also bought under catalog shopping. PPR 2064 rule number 31B. Then national competitive bidding above 20 lakhs to 5 arab. 30 days notice is given in the national newspaper like the work. Similarly, ICV also 45 days newspaper notice similar to the work, and more than 5 arab is the amount limit. It is also mentioned in the 2064 PPR 12th amendment rule number 31 and 31E. Now you can see here 5, 6 and 8. These three are not included in the goods. It means you cannot use users committee to purchase goods. Now procurement of consultancy services. Direct purchase up to 10 lakhs. Remember, for work and goods, direct purchase up to 10 lakhs. But for consulting services, direct purchase up to 5 lakhs. It is also mentioned in 11th Amendment 2064 Rule number 85. Rule number 85 is for the direct purchase. Now request for proposal from the standing list. Again you can see here standing list. Standing list means prepared in the beginning of the fiscal year, or it can also keep, it is an ongoing process. Somebody can get enlisted in the mid fiscal year as well, but only for that fiscal year. So we will send this request for proposal to at least 3 consultant in the standing list, and in this way the procurement carried out is RFP from standing list method of the procurement. This can be done less than 20 lakhs rupees. Now RFP 15 days time for the standing list. Now 15 days notice is given to those in the standing list. They will submit their paper, evaluated, and whoever passes it with the maximum mark will get the consultant, will be hired the consultant, and they will do the required job. It is also mentioned in PPR 2064 rule number 72. Then EOI and RFP. It means previously RFP was sent to the consultant in the standing list. Now we will issue EOI that will be given in the national newspaper for 30 days time. Many consultants will apply. Here standing list has nothing to do with in this number 3. The EOI many consultant will apply. After evaluation, suppose 10 consultant applied for EOI, only 3 or say only 7 got passed. Now RFP will be sent to only those passed consultant. In case of RFP from standing list, there were several list of standing lists. Suppose there were 10, then at least you have to send to the 3, or you can send to all the 10 whoever are in the standing list. But in EOI RFP, you have to prepare a standing list through EOI. So whoever passes the EOI will get the RFP, and it is done for amount above 20 lakhs. It is mentioned in 2064 11th Amendment Rule number 70. Now, international consultant can be hired for above 15 crore. It is mentioned in Rule number 70 Amendment 11. Now let's see the difference between the procurement of goods, works and consultancy services. In the goods and works, you will get the physical deliveries like buildings, purchase of hume pipe, construction of building roads. You will get the physical deliveries. But in the consultancy services, you will get the intellectual deliveries, knowledge based like DPR, detailed project report, IE report, EIA report, etc. In goods and works, we say tender or bid. In consultancy services, it is equivalent to saying proposals, like request for proposals. In tender or purchase of goods and services, we see we do pre-qualification, but in consultancy services we do short listing. That is, it is done through either through the standing list or from UI. Price is the major factor in the goods and works purchase. We mainly see or hire those who have bid the least price, but in consultancy services we do technical requirement 80% to 90%, and remaining is the only financial. So quality is the major factor in the consultancy services. In goods and works, we present specifications, drawings, but in consultancy services we prepare terms of reference. In goods and works, there is no negotiation except in the direct purchase. In direct purchase, you have to negotiate with the contractor or supplier, but in consultancy services, generally there is negotiation before awarding contract. In goods and services, we prepare tender documents. In consultancy services, we prepare request for proposal. Bid security, performance security is required for goods and works purchase, but in consultancy services, no such securities are required. Bid document fee is charged for the goods and services, but in consultancy services, no such fees are charged. Procurement stages and envelope we will cover in the next video. There are single stage, two stage. In the single stage 1 envelope. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, press bell icon.